Talmor, Shishin Marachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, it's Rachel Ballinger, and I am thrilled to invite you to Rachel Uncensored, my podcast where I get real with my friends and celebrity guests, where we talk about all sorts of topics. From personal stories to hot-button issues, we cover it all. New episodes drop every Wednesday, so make sure you tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the fun and candid conversations we have here on Rachel Uncensored.
And now, Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast.
What was the last music video that you watched start to finish? If you grew up in the 80s, you were lucky to see some of the best music videos ever made. It really felt like bands were trying to outdo each other. Certainly Michael Jackson's Thriller video set the bar. Didn't they spend like $500,000 on that video? And at the time, 1983, that would be like spending $1.5 million now. It's crazy, right? Over $1 million on a music video. But then you started seeing other bands do the same thing. Duran Duran, Van Halen, Motley Crue, Twisted Sister, Run DMC, Aerosmith with Walk This Way. The video for that was a classic. And when you start talking about influential rap bands, Run DMC needs to be at or near the top. They paved the way for so many in the genre. The first to have a gold album, the first to be nominated for a Grammy Award, the first to have a platinum album, the first to have a music video on MTV, the first to be on American Bandstand, the first on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, the only hip-hop act at Live Aid in 1985, truly juggernauts of the genre. And when Daryl McDaniels, DMC, was a guest, we talked about comic books and the power of the Hulk. He shared his first concert experience, how radio stations in New York City in the late 60s, early 70s heavily influenced him and the band. Legalized marijuana came up. We talked about Straight Outta Compton and whether Run DMC would ever do a movie like that. He shared the shows that he was binge watching at the time. And stop me if you've heard this before. DMC talked about the life-changing moment of meeting Sarah McLachlan.
The greatest thing that ever happened to me was meeting Sarah McLachlan, because her music saved my life. I was an alcoholic, metaphysical, spiritual, suicidal wreck who was about to kill himself. And this was 1993, I heard Sarah McLachlan's record, Angel. And when I heard that record, Angel, that was the only thing that kept me from jumping off roofs. For one whole year, all I did was listen to Sarah McLachlan records. I got the pleasure of meeting her by going to a party that I didn't want to go to because my manager was like, let's keep Darryl busy. As long as we keep him busy, he won't kill himself. So my manager took me to Clive Davis Grammy party, and I got to meet Sarah McLachlan. And then 3 years after that meeting, I got to record a song with her. And just her music, her as a person, you know, I told her, the name of the record is Angel, you sound like an angel, people say you're an angel to me, you're an angel, but you're not an angel to me, you're God, your music saved my life. And she looked at me and she said, thank you for telling me that, Darryl, because that's what music is supposed to do. And since that meeting, that is one of the first, that is one of the most prolific statements that is ingrained in me as an artist. That's what music is supposed to do. It's not about being rich and famous. It's about not being money. It's about touching and saving people's lives.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Puff, purveyors of quality cannabis accessories since 1995. Use promo code TODCAST and get 20% off all regularly priced accessories and apparel, in-store and online at puff.ca.
GZM Shows and the creators of 6 Minutes are rolling out their newest audio adventure with the podcast Discovering Dad. A cautious single dad with a secret past and his rebellious kids embark on a thrilling quest complete with hidden treasure, villains, and a family curse. New episodes of Discovering Dad roll out weekly starting June 11th on Apple Podcasts. Follow the show so you never miss an episode, or listen early and ad-free as a GZM Shows subscriber. Go to gzmshows.com to learn more.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.